Okay, here we go. We're heading across, beginning our trip across the Nullarbor Plain. Yeah, it looks like a long ways across there, but let's get started. So this morning, we're going to start out from Balladonia, and we're going to ride to Border Village, which is, I think, called Border Village because it's just past the border with South Australia, West Australia and South Australia. Make some stops for coffee and gas and lunch along the way. So let's head out. And here's what it looks like on the continent. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Got a few puffy clouds floating around, but it's very pleasant and ready to get on the road. Head out across this biggest expanse of land called the Nullarbor. Looks like these trees might have seen some fire, I don't know. It's all pretty new to us. And changes. Hi, Mike, another motorcyclist, and we did see several motorcyclists on our trip. So this was interesting. This is an airstrip. The highway is the airstrip. They have some warning sign as you come up to it. But apparently this is what they do when they need to get help out here, or maybe rescue sort of things, maybe firefighters, I don't know, all kinds of stuff probably, but traffic's light, apparently probably not too big of a problem to land a plane here. Everybody probably just gets out of the way and down they come. So yeah, crossing the Nullarbor. My wife and I started planning this trip about a year ago, actually, trying to make the decision on what parts of Australia to see. Oh, here's an important little thing. I just drove right past this, but we need to get our tourist picture here. So here we are, about to head out on the 90-mile straight. This road is 90 miles, 146 kilometers with no deviation. Not as if we haven't been on a lot of straight road already. Ned and Melanie, they want to get their tourist picture taken, so just whip around here and Liz will get their picture, and then we'll be back on the road. Try not to take too many tourist pictures. You know what those are, right? Where, you know, you stand in front of it's kind of like a selfie, usually taken in front of some sort of statue or sign. A few of them are fine, but, you know, people who know us that we share these with, they know what we look like, so we try to not do too many of them. So anyway, back to our decision. My original idea was to start in Perth and go to the East Coast. But then I started looking at this Nullarbor Plain and thinking, man, that's a long ways across there. Going to be some pretty long days. Looks like a great big desert. So we looked at other options. We, you know, maybe go up to Darwin or Cairns. We were told, quite frankly, you can't ride up there time of year that we're going because too wet, too hot. We looked at other options. Just staying on the East Coast was an option. Finally went back to our original plan of going. And Mark, our consultant with Bike Round Oz, said, you know, you're going to be glad you did that. A lot of Australians apparently have crossing the Nullarbor on their bucket list, and he said many don't ever make it. And so we did. And he said, you know, you're going to be glad because you're going to meet some real Australians out there. And just a smile and a hello, and you'll probably wind up chatting longer than you intended. And he was absolutely right about that. We met some of the friendliest people at the road stops, roadhouses out here in the middle of nowhere. It was really great, fantastic experience. And really not nearly as scary as it seemed. These roadhouses are not, you know, there's a lot of nothing out there, but they have these roadhouses. Whoa, did you see that truck? Road trains, they call them. They are big. They seem not just longer, but the cab even seems bigger than what we have in the United States, but I think they're the same size truck. I've seen them with 3 trailers often. Seen them even with 4. So yeah, now we've got some curves in the road. We made that 90 miles. It's a long ways, and this is starting to look a little more like what you might see in the western United States desert. At least a little bit of variation in the land, not completely flat. So yeah, here we are at Moderna Roadhouse, and we're going to stop for coffee. And they, you know, shared some information about spiders here with us. And in the United States, you know, we always heard that you don't want to go to Australia because everything there wants to kill you. Well, you know, I know they do have lots of poisonous snakes and spiders here. But, you know, I really have not seen a spider, have not seen a snake, not even a dead one on the road. Here we are at another airport, airstrip, I guess I should say. So yeah, I never really did feel at risk in any way in Australia, and got pretty relaxed. I mean, not that we, you know, didn't keep an eye out, but nobody's running around saying, well, look out for the spiders, look out for the snakes. So here we are stopping for lunch. I think this is pronounced Kaiguna, another roadhouse. And here we met a couple of young men who are riding their bicycles around Australia. And so just when you think you've done something really big, here's someone doing something even bigger. They started in Cairns. Keep in mind, it's the hot and wet typhoon season in the north, and they've ridden their bicycles from Cairns. I don't know if that's their exact route, but that's kind of the outline of the continent. And so, yeah, that was fun meeting them, and good on you guys, and best of luck to you. This is them. They left out just a little earlier than us. We'll see you down the road somewhere. Take care. So, yeah, you know, it's been a good day. Covered a little over 300 miles today as we're closing in on our stop for the night at Border Village, our second roadhouse of the trip, and last roadhouse of the trip as far as a place to stay. And don't know exactly what it'll look like when we get there, but if it's anything like Balladonia, it's going to be fine. Again, reminds me more of the western United States desert along there, and here we are, we're closing in on the border, and so we'll soon see what it looks like. And here we are, we're about to enter South Australia, and we're greeted with a breathalyzer test at the border. That's not too uncommon apparently in Australia. Yeah, this is a pretty nice little place and a good meal. So from Australia, Sedan, peace out.